How do I get an artist manager? I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about that right here. If you've ever felt like you needed an artist manager, you're going to want to follow this page and come back to this later because that question fills my inbox daily, which it probably should because I am an artist manager, but it's a really difficult question to answer. So I'm going to break this into 4 videos actually on how to get a manager. Part 1 right here, we're going to talk about what does a manager do? Do you even really need a manager? And even if you think you know what a manager does, you're going to want to watch this because knowing in detail what a manager does is going to help tremendously in knowing how you get one. And I'm going to break that down. I've been kind of surprised as to how many artists don't really understand what a manager does, but that's okay. No judgment. That's what we're here for, and we're going to break that down and pull back the curtain. Part 2 is going to be how does a manager get paid? Because knowing how a manager makes money is really going to help your approach. Part 3 is going to be the best practices on how to get a manager. I'm going to give real life examples on how artists got managers. And part 4 is going to be what to do in the meantime while you're laying this groundwork to get a manager. What should you be doing to improve your chances of getting the manager you want? So let's start with this. Part 1. What does a manager do? In a general sense, a manager provides advice, counsel, direction, and knowledge about the entertainment business as it relates to your career. A manager represents you and acts as your advisor in all matters of policy and career decisions, as well as regard to general practices within the entertainment industry. And as a result, this manager needs to be really skilled in understanding of all aspects of the industry, from recording to publishing to touring to budgeting, and maybe most importantly, organization and communication. Your manager should be sort of your creative partner. They should not have an ego and they should be hardworking. And notice that in that description, I did not say a manager books you gigs. A manager takes care of your administrative work. I did not say that. Here's the thing about a manager. There really are very few boundaries where a manager will say, you know, that's not my job. I'm not going to do that. They'll typically either help you find someone who does whatever needs to be done, or they'll just do it themselves. No two managerial roles are alike, but far too often I get this. I get someone writing to me saying things like, hey, I need a manager because I need to book gigs. Well, that's nice, but that's not really what a manager does. They may help you with the process of sort of laying the foundation to get the right booking agent to get you gigs, or they may help in getting some necessary gigs along the way, but a manager is not your booking agent. And another one that I get regularly is, I'm having a hard time keeping up with my website, my social media. I really just want someone to do that while I make music. And that's very understandable. I agree, you need help when you're at that point, but a manager may not be what you need. In a nutshell, a manager uses their knowledge, their experience, and their connections to help you build a team. So assuming a manager is what you need at the moment, this next video, part 2, is going to talk about understanding how a manager gets paid. By understanding how a manager gets paid for what they do, you'll have a much greater foundation on how to get one. So go over, stay tuned, part 2, coming right up, how a manager gets paid.